Hi, I'm Oddbod. This is going to be Pico 8 Celeste 100%. Real quick before we start, I suppose, because naturally I think some people don't know what Pico 8 is going to be. We're going to do the original version of this game before the developers of this game, Noel and Matt, actually did, well, the game we're currently playing. They made a Celeste for this fantasy console called Pico 8, and it's actually built into the game, so we can find it here in Huge Mess. And well, it's sort of this, well, prototype almost version of Celeste that eventually turned into the game we know. And in terms of movement, it's, well, you know, the base mechanics are still there. Of course, I can jump, I can wall jump, I can dash in 8 directions, as we just saw. The main thing that's missing is grabbing and a lot of the advanced mechanics, so hyper dashing and dash jumping, but it is replaced with some mechanics of its own, so we'll be fine. That being said, I think we can just jump right into it. So 3, 2, 1, go. So the objective 100% is getting all these berries. There's 18 of them in the game. Each berry, or each time I collect a berry, it resets my dash. There's also winged berries that actually fly away whenever I do dash, but I can barely catch them as they fly away, just like this, hopefully. Yup. And then here, I'm going to walk on spikes, hopefully, just like that, and then don't dash into them. And then don't dodge into them again, but okay, cool. We'll eventually get it. So if I approach vertical spikes like that, or upwards facing spikes, I should say, with very specific velocity, I can actually just clip through them and walk on them. Also, these balloons refill my dashes, so they're kind of the dash crystals. 5 minutes-ish. Well, it's very short. But yeah, we just make our way through sort of the first section of this game so far. Eventually we'll reach the old side screen, which is sort of the transitionary screen, to the next level, which is indicated by a music change and a sudden spike in difficulty. So right there, we're sort of now in the second section of the game, and yeah, just some more platforming. Upcoming room is actually really cool. You can sort of also get, just as normal Celeste, you get a lot of coyote frames off of dashes like that, so I can actually jump kind of in mid-air there to grab that berry. Also very cool strat here, where I can hopefully eventually reach the side of that block to refill my dash, just like that. Get that berry, and here's the second way in which spikes don't work. So recurring theme, that didn't quite work. This frame perfect. Okay, there we go. So there I just jump off left-facing spikes. Again, spikes are merely a suggestion in this game, where pretty much I can jump off the wall that's behind the spikes before actually hitting them, and that works if I sort of am on a specific position that I can set up by rubbing against the wall. Here we're going to see it again. I'm going to rub against the left wall there, and then just make it up here. And now we're already in the almost last section, or well, the last section of the game, where we get the orb to actually get a double dash, just like we saw on Summit in the base game. And yeah, well, so now we have 2 dashes again, and here's the final way in which spikes don't work. Downward facing spikes, you can sort of skip over there. Oh, first try, wow, nice. You can skip over, like, you know, their hitbox if you time your dash like really well, and those downward facing spikes just happen to be next to screen transition, so I instantly transition the screen and then pass that. So yeah, and with that being said, I mean, we're getting almost close to the end. There's like a couple more berries I need to get here in these screens. This is the second to last room, and again, sort of the theme of this game very much is the fact that spikes are merely a suggestion. The only spikes that actually do work as intended in this game are right-facing spikes, so those are the only ones we couldn't choose. And sub 3, wow, very nice. We time IGT here. This doesn't matter. But yeah, this was actually a donation incentive. Thank you guys for donating for it. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. And well, again, thanks for having us. Thanks for having the entire Celeste crew, ESA.
Yes, and before we go over, I just want to mention we have a $70 donation from Venomenon175 saying, let's climb a mountain. Well, we just did. Thank you for your donation.